Hi all, this is Simran Kaur Rathore. You're watching eSpotlight, a program brought to you by Golden Jubilee Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, Guru Nanak Dev University. You talked about technology.
Yeah.
Back in your days when you were starting, it was not that accessible as it is right now.
Yeah.
How do you take that part? I mean,
Yeah.
back then you were putting your mind into things.
Yeah.
Well, today the answer is just a click away.
I'm a positive believer that it's like tools, and that creative people are always want to create it by painting or by graphic design or by application design. So I am a believer of the positive side of technology. Of course, there are many people that believe that technology is taking over, roboticism and things like that. But of course, you need to speak about it because it has many sides. Of course, technology. You can see it with false and fake news. It's everywhere, and technology is also pushing us in a way that it gives us the ability, to speed up a few things and also to step over thing. Of course, I'm from an area there was no mobile. Yeah, you don't believe it. There was no internet. And now, years later, we have all those things like domotica, 3D printing, well, the whole list. And it's also helping the world, but we need to use it in a proper way. And I believe that there are people, maybe people like me, people like you, who take that responsibility and to show students and to talk with students, of course, the next generation, to use technology in a proper way.
Talking about your employees, people
Yes.
who've been working with you. The smile on your face already says, but right now the culture has changed a lot.
Yes.
People
are more
just
professional.
hop off. They're like,
Yeah.
there's so much competition. They
Yes.
just leave the job. There's not the sense of belongingness there. So what do you think is the difference between the older generation and the employees, the younger employees that you have?
See, I think basically it is the value system which has definitely deteriorated a little. We are still in that old school where we feel agar kisi ko problem hai to it is our problem. That is the basic difference, I feel. In the new generation, it's only the material things and the money which is important. It definitely makes a difference.
Do you think that the patience has decreased somewhere? Patience
Yes,
to
definitely.
handle the failures?
Yes. I feel ki they need everything very fast. You must have seen people leaving for Canada, America, Australia. That is one of the reasons. The satisfaction level is not there. The more jobs creation definitely puts the children back here. And because kitno ke paas, the percentage of people who are contented in Amritsar must be only 20%. The rest want greener pastures. That is why they venture abroad.
It is, if I'm putting it right, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਘੱਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਪਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ.
ਬਹੁਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ. Satisfaction ਹੈ ਨਾ.
You talked about meditation
Yes.
and the spiritual aspect of your life. A lot of times people just go away from that aspect, because when you have setbacks, failures, world is hitting you, it just feels like, all right, everything's just collapsing. The other thing is, when you're an established entrepreneur, you get so busy that you're like, oh, I don't have time for this. And I've heard people be like, this is waste of time.
Meditation.
Yes. And so how do you manage it? I mean, what's your viewpoint? Because I think it's very important to change it, because your psychology is something that really works itself. It's magic, when you're in a journey and you have to, create beautiful art with whatever universe is providing you with.
Simran, I feel meditation is the optimal use of time. Like for people who say it's a waste of time, for me it's the optimal use of time. I refresh, I reboot, and I restart my system. And after meditation, I'm a different person. Just 15 minutes of meditation, I practice the Sudarshan Kriya. I'm a follower of Art of Living. So after the Sudarshan Kriya, I'm totally a different person. Like I look at things logically, and it's very hard to scare me at that point of time, and I my focus and my directions, they're very clear.
So it brings stability.
It does, and the depth. So whenever I have to go and interview somebody on stage, I don't go without my meditation.
You're talking about creativity, right? And we just, some people are like, stuck at that hard work principle. Okay, we are working very hard, nothing is working out. You're working very hard. There's this whole complaint thing, you know, and especially when you have social media just a click away, you have solution to everything.
But no, these days you have. I didn't have at that time.
Exactly. And you know, for you, even to reach to the
Yeah,
masses,
bill.
you know, it was an equally hard working thing that required a lot of
Right,
time,
right.
you know, but still being heard, getting vocal about your brand. Because a lot of times it is कि हम काम कर रहे हैं लेकिन you know we want people to see it, but at the same time we're not reaching out,
Yeah, reaching out.
you know,
Right.
because we just have it, and अगर हम hard work कर रहे हैं people will come to us, people should come to us, but I think when you made something you need to be vocal about it. So what's your take on that?
Yes, you are right. Because for the creativeness, I can give you many examples. Like my shop at Lawrence Road was the first one.
Right.
At Lawrence Road. Then I started a shop at Lawrence Road Extension. It was not like named Lawrence Road Extension. It was named Dasonda Singh Road. So it was not going with the fashion name like wardrobe at Dasonda Singh Road. So it was like अगर इसका नाम Lawrence Road Extension रखते because it was just connected to nowadays we call it Pushpa Market. So it is a Lawrence Road Extension. We opened an artist gallery and the Dream Wardrobe at that place. So उस joint को popular कैसे किया? I just planned. मेरे पास एक फुटवियर की फ्रेंचाइज भी होती थी लाइक एट मालविया रोड. सो आई वाज इनटू द बिजनेस ऑफ फुटवियर एंड गारमेंट्स. सो टू कंबाइन दैट आई प्लान्ड ए फैशन शो. सो फैशन शो तो सब करते हैं लाइक इट इज़ ए कॉमन, बट आई स्टार्टेड इन ए डिफरेंट वे. सो आई नेम्ड इट ए लेग शो. It's a leg show.
Okay.
So it was surprised. What is the leg show? Well, I'm telling you.
It's
later.
just a curiosity.
It's a curiosity,
What
creating
is
a
it?
curiosity.
Yeah.
And the city that time we used to have only one advertisement media, that was the banner in the city, putting up the banner in the city.
Right.
So we put up the banner in the city. Don't leave the city. Fifth was that date. I still remember. Fifth is the leg show. Don't let your husband go alone. It's a leg show. It was like that. You won't believe इतना rush हमको control करना मुश्किल हो गया. And what was a leg show? It was like normal after the normal this fashion show. We used के एक screen बनाई हमने black color की. So that was a screen. So they were putting up the footwear. Legs were visible and the faces were visible.
Okay.
So it was just like a walk-in, just a catwalk with the shoes visible. So
Right.
so that your whole attention goes to the shoes.
Right.
You are not seeing only seeing the legs and the shoes.
Right.
That was the show. So that was just a thing. It was the talk of the town, not talk of the town, talk of the Punjab, talk of the northern India. I got calls. It was widely covered by the newspapers, and I got calls from Delhi also. कि यार ये क्या किया तूने, मतलब कैसे किया, कैसे इसको perceive किया.
So there's this concept called intention to stay, intention to leave.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of research on intention to leave. You know, especially with regards to employees.
Yeah.
You know, so why are they leaving the organizations? I focus more on why people stay
Yeah.
with the organizations.
Yeah.
So what do you think are the factors, you know, which motivate employees to stay with the organizations? Because I think that is very important.
The most, the motivation for an employee to stay with the organization is when the employees feel comfortable with their work environment, when they feel happy, and they feel that they're contributing something. They are getting rewarded financially. Well, if somebody is overqualified, he will move on if he's getting a better opportunity. But if there is a person of a certain qualification and he's rewarded well enough and he is happy at that place, if he is not happy, if he is disturbed with the work environment or he's stressed out with the work environment, he will leave. Maybe he's getting paid more than he expects, but he will still leave. Most important is for the employees to be happy and comfortable, because that is the only way you can retain people.
Yeah. When we're starting on this journey, entrepreneurship, when we're thinking about it, and we have achieved success, sometimes what happens is that the passion fades away. There could be times, your life can get totally monotonous, and then you feel like I can take a step back. What is your perception about this kind of mindset?
I feel if you love something that you're doing, you don't generally get bored. But yes, you really need to rejuvenate yourself. You take holidays, breaks, And for me, I from HR I moved into Kochia, which is an entrepreneurial journey where I'm doing sales to marketing to operations to training, everything.
Yeah.
I don't feel I get bored. I because there is so much to do every day. The Saturdays and Sundays when I'm at home, I am learning new things because I have to learn and get things implemented. So it's difficult to maintain that. The learning has to be on. That's what I feel.
So you visited incubation center.
Yeah.
Now incubation center is equally a new thing.
Yeah.
People are not aware,
No.
especially even the entrepreneurs. You know, they
Yes.
don't know what incubation center is and how
Right.
it can help them.
Right.
So what role do you think an incubation center like the GGCI can
I mean, it's a wonderful platform for young students or even people who are thinking of going into entrepreneurship to come there. The basics are there. You start from there, take the help of the department, and then you have the industry which should then join this incubation center and help these young entrepreneurs. And I think, as Dr. Saab was saying, that we can even get the financing thing linked up with this, so that you have these angel investors or whoever. And then I'm sure that these young Punjabis are going to do wonderful things at this incubation center. It's a wonderful idea.
The entrepreneurs who are watching this video, I'm sending you all the positivity, and I hope that you learn the way to be a successful entrepreneur, but at the same time be a happy person just like Meg. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll be coming up with more entrepreneurs, with more interviews. Thank you so much.